I haven't been posting anything about the progress of the book on the nature of reality 2025. But that doesn't mean the work stopped, just it was a great, unexpectedly great pause in posting any updates about the progress. So, couple of things. Yes, the work continues. Yes, currently the book has 53 pages. One chapter is fully written, which is problems to solve, which is one of two main chapters in the book. So now I need to switch to another one. Obviously, the book will not be finished in 2025. It will be prolonged, and I hope 2026 will become the year in which it will be finished and published. So, what's the current idea? What's the current progress, and what are the next steps? So, this chapter, Problems to Solve, tries to list and describe explanatory gaps that we have in the current paradigm, which is materialism and physicalism, prevailing paradigm, not the only one, not the sole model. A lot of models describing reality exist, but this one seems to be prevailing, and therefore in the chapter I concentrate on the explanatory gaps which are presented within this paradigm. And I describe 7 of them. 3 of them lie in the sphere and the realm of quantum mechanics, and they are double-slit experiment, quantum entanglement, and delayed choice quantum erasure experiment, and the data related to them. Then the cornerstone and the main explanatory gap is the hard problem of consciousness. And then 3 problems connected to the altered states of consciousness, A, S, C. They are dissociation, association, coincidence problem. They include reverse correlation problem of consciousness and ASC content problem. So 3 in physics, 3 in psychology, and 1 on the edge between these two things, which is hard problem of consciousness, the problem related to the interconnectedness and correlation between physical brain and the mind and subjective experience. So these are the 7 problems. My intention was initially to start not from these problems but from the paradigms, existing models themselves. So you see that existing models chapter was before problems to solve. But obviously I started with the problems, which is one of the core chapters, and the reason for that is that it explains why we need another model, why we need a different paradigm, why we need a different approach for explaining basic things that we see around us, just to make sure that we deal with the best model so far. And the problems to solve chapter shows that maybe, just maybe, materialism and physicalism is not the best possible model so far, in accordance with the data that we can and must deal at the moment. So therefore, this was the first chapter I wrote. And the next thing, still I'm looking at my plan and understand, okay, what's next? And the next step, just in accordance with the initial plan, is the existing models. And okay, I have created a little list of items that I probably are going to cover inside this chapter. You can see this list on the screen. It includes materialism, idealism, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, atheism, New Age movement, and recent spiritual movements, which I call here hype. And I also intended to write something about current era and its characteristic, the current era, which we call informational era. So, actually, describing all existing model is not the prior goal of the book. The prior goal is logically find the model, calculate that, conclude, build its characteristic out of the problems that we have, starting with the core one, which is hard problem of consciousness. And to do that, to understand, to predict features of such a model, I actually do not need any other models, any existing models. We can just take logic, take data, and using this provide a description of the model which is more promising and does not have these explanatory gaps that we listed for the physicalists paradigm. As it is the core idea of this book, the core goal of this book, I think I will do that next. So probably I'm not going to describe existing models right now, and I will switch immediately to this next main chapter of the book, which is called Nature of Reality, where I will try to describe the model which covers all the gaps that cannot be solved within materialism. And only after that, as auxiliary chapters, I will estimate other models which I listed above. So existing models will be not the first, but the third chapter, which will follow the chapter on nature of reality. And the logic of that will be the following. Okay, we found explanatory gaps. Out of these explanatory gaps, we constructed the model that solves all of them. And that's it. We actually do not need to compare it with anything, to go into deep historical research of all the existing models or major existing models and so on. But we can do that. And the idea is that as soon as we have the description of this model, and as soon as we have, I will probably include that too in this chapter, the criteria of estimation of any models of reality that we have, then after that, I will go with these criteria through all the other existing models just to compare their possibilities by these criteria with the model that I have described. So this is a plan. I hope work in the next year and in the remaining days of December of this year will go faster and I will not be so sometimes lazy. I didn't lose the interest, and writing this book is an amazing thing, and I hope the result will be kind of valuable. So see you. Hope to discuss some aspects, some content of this book, some thoughts from it. in a nearest future with some of you, those who are interested. So, bye. See you. Let's continue working.